Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. What's going on, everybody? I know we got a ton of happy Buccaneer fans, right? Right? Aren't we just thrilled with the way everything is unfolding? What happened? Oh, man. Looks like my webcam's glitching again. Yeah, anyhow. What's up, everybody? MK Beast, what's going on? Dub, what's going on? Mr. Bundy, how are things? Man, what a mess. What a mess. Hold on one second. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get my webcam working. You know, it wasn't doing that until right as soon as I got online, and then boop. All these dang technical glitches, man. What's up, San Anto? Tom. Ralph was a bit tipsy yesterday. Which reminds me, I got to do some fact checks and follow-ups. One, Atlanta lost yesterday. When I came on to do that video, my instant reaction, Atlanta was winning, and there was like 10 seconds left. So I was like, they're going to win it. Also, what else was it? There was a couple of things. Can't remember. I'll think of it as we go along. What's up, Giovanni? MH, how's it going, brother? Frank G, 6-12. Beast Production, the Saints fan now. Lawrence, what's going on, man? The bottom is 4 to 5 wins. Ceiling is 8 to 9 wins. Man, I'll tell you what. That was a tough game to watch yesterday. Nestor, they will. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't be upset like this over a sport, but I will be in a bad mood all week. I've been in a bad mood for 4 weeks. It's just nonstop bad moods, man. That's why Cleveland Brown fans are such grumpy people, is because their team's just been horrible for 50 years. Jordan, what's going on? Oh, man. I'm way behind on everybody. Ryan Neal still on the team. I know. Well, you know, they played, I saw 30 out there quite a bit in his place. So I don't know what they did. I don't know if they switched him out, Delaney, during pass plays or what, but I did see Delaney out there quite a bit. Tom, how should that last play have not occurred? Yeah, well, the Titans are playing a rookie quarterback, so of course he's going to burn us. Otten stepped up, gave 22 points. Man, I need to get this chat on the screen here. What's going on? I can do that. You know, I tell you, my technical difficulties are just not fun for any of us, are they? How about that? Now we can see the chat at the bottom, and we'll just look at everything else. Yeah, so Laporta, Taysom Hill, Delaney played on third downs. Okay. No, I do not think Todd Bowles is a better coach than Bruce Arians at all, MK. I'm on the Todd Bowles needs to go bandwagon. The ref screwed up? What happened, Tom? You talking about that last play? Beast is going to college football. Todd Bowles for Coach of the Year. Yeah, I don't think anybody's got Todd Otten in my fantasy football either. Yeah, the run game was all right. How about that? You know, it was Rashad White ended up with, he had 20 carries, 73 yards, 3.7 average. I think that's his best on the year. And we held them to 2-yard average. They had 13 attempts on 26 yards, a long of 9. So we were there. Yeah. I think Bruce Arians he can't hang out on the sideline anymore because he gets into it with the coaches. And after they fired Leftwich, he was just like, man, I'm just going to drink my Crown and Coke and chill out in the parking lot. Mike Evans ended up with 87 yards. But here's the thing. They ended up with 3 receivers over 100 yards. I mean, that's insane. And it wasn't even their top receiver. Collins, they had a tight end. A tight end got 130 yards. 130 yards. He just, right here. And then Brown got 153 yards on 6 receptions. And Dell, remember Tank Dell? We talked about him, number 3. We were like, we got to watch out for that guy. He burned us for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns, including the game winner on our board, Carlton Davis, that we're paying $14 million a year for. Oh, gosh, that was a tough game. One of the refs was jacked. Palmer and Baker have no chemistry. Yeah. Man, I'm so far behind on chat. Run game is not here to stay. The Texans run D is bad. Carlton Davis was so bad. Yeah, I can't wait to look at all 22 and see exactly what happened there, man. It was just incredible. I mean, we saw it watching the Texans. We saw it watching the Texans, the Carolina game, the Texans-Atlanta game. And I want to say that C.J. Stroud is quick to throw the ball. He just throws the ball quick. He doesn't sit there and read his progressions. He looks at 1, maybe 2 of his receivers and then check down. If nobody's open, I mean, he throws to his first open guy. It's either 1. To me, it looks like he goes 1, check down, but sometimes he'll go 1, 2, check down. But we talked about it. All you got to do is shut down those quick little passes, get a little bit of pressure on him, and he's a disaster. But no, it was just for the first play of the game. It was a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. I was like, what? And it was just like that the whole game. Anytime they wanted yardage, they got it. Insane. We let him get 470 yards on us. Broke a record. 53 seconds left. Bucs down 3. What are we talking about here? What's up, Rashad? Mike had a good game, yeah. Man, Dub, I don't know. We just can't be consistent with anything, man. I mean, will we put up a goose egg next week? Yeah, probably. I think our only consistent thing we could do is lose. Head coaching candidates. That's a good question. I like Schwartz. I've wanted Schwartz ever since they got rid of him at the Lions. So that's who I'm gonna vote for. Zone D sucks. Yeah, it's always sucked. And we just what's up, Jeff? Bowles loves his schemes, and he's going to play his schemes no matter what. Yeah, no fire. We always come out flat. Yeah, the Houston Texans definitely wanted this game a lot more than we did. I mean, they were playing tough football. I mean, that tight end bowled over Devin White. Levante David missed him. Schultz missed tackling him. And then Devin White tried to put a shoulder into him to knock him out of bounds. And he knocked Devin White's 3 yards back. Devin White's ended up on his butt. And Schultz was standing there looking at him. He didn't even go out of bounds. I mean, that's how they were playing tough. They were playing hard football. They wanted this game a lot more than we did. Stroud has 3 business days to throw. Yeah, our pass rush, same thing last year, man. It's like we just can't get any pressure unless we blitz. And we didn't blitz that much in this game. We can't play zone or man-to-man. Yeah. Yeah, when we did get pressure on Stroud, he didn't do good. Ball, okay, Baker hits Palmer over the middle, who fumbles. Ball is recovered by Mike Evans. Refs grab ball and spot it. 37 seconds left. Ref stops the clock because we have to move the ball back to where Palmer fumbles the ball because NFL rules say that you can't advance a fumble unless the fumble recovers it in the final 2 minutes. Once again, 37 seconds left. Refs added 2 seconds. 39 seconds now. That's right. I noticed that. And then they put another 10 seconds on. Right? It was because Bowles had the option there to lose a timeout or take the 10 seconds off. And he took the option to take the timeout. Right? Pretty sure. Because I was like, why are they putting 10 more seconds on there? And then I saw we'd lost a timeout. I was like, did he just give up a timeout for 10 seconds? Why do we need 10 seconds? We were like on the 10-yard line. If we can't punch the... But Molly said as soon as we scored a touchdown, there was, I think, 46 seconds left on the clock or something like that. She said that's too much time. They're going to score. And sure enough, they did. Tom, I don't think that was a mistake. I think because we advanced the ball on a fumble, we had to take a punishment, which was either a 10-second runoff or we could use a timeout instead. And Todd Bowles chose the 10 seconds and gave them the timeout. I think. I'm pretty sure. Al's got watermelon lifesavers. Oh my gosh, yeah. The salt in the wound was Daria Ogunbowale doing good for the Texans. How do we lose to a team that doesn't have a kicker? They didn't have a kicker. They went through. Oh my God. A rookie quarterback, a rookie offensive coordinator, a rookie coach, head coach, and no kicker. And they didn't just beat us, they set records beating us. Oh, you can't even make this stuff up, It's like, it's one of the things I love about that commercial where they're all sitting around in the room talking about writing scripts for the NFL because of conspiracy theory that the NFL is rigged. And they're basically like, yeah, you can't even make this stuff up. That's how I feel. You couldn't make this up. You couldn't make this up. If somebody would have said this to me going into the game, I would have been like, yeah, there's no way. 5 touchdowns? A rookie's going to throw 5 touchdowns on us? But they did it last year. I mean, look at all the rookie quarterbacks that stomped us last year. Kenny Pickett, Ritter. Gosh, there was somebody else that just destroyed us last year. It's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Todd Bowles, we are now an NFL trivia answer. Jordan, what's going on, brother? NFL team to lose to another team with no kicker. The Buccaneers are the answer to a lot of trivia questions, Yeah, that's true, MH. That's true. 100%. There's a lot of bad football being played in the NFL. It's not just our team. This is true. I mean, I said it going into this game. I said that the 49ers have lost 3 in a row. So, it ain't like everybody's killing it and we're just getting roasted out here. Yeah, we left way too much time on the clock. We can't leave any time on the clock. I mean, we'd probably get beat on a Hail Mary. I didn't understand that, why we didn't run the clock down. It was a tied game, right? No, wait a minute. We needed a touchdown. I can't remember. I think they were up by 4. Can't remember. Anyhow. You run the clock down, and then you go for the touchdown. I don't know. But that's twice we've done that this year. Yeah, Jordan, I agree with you. This loss in the Rams playoff game have both aged me in the common theme, Todd Bowles. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, not a big fan of Todd Bowles, man. Just I think the experiment's done, over with. If you just look at his win-loss record as a head coach, it's horrible. It's absolutely atrocious. And if you just look at that, you go, okay. Why is he a head coach? But then you look at what he's done. Again, I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face. Last year, we had Tom Brady, the GOAT. Okay, we basically had kind of the same team we had the year before, and we should have gone to the playoffs. I mean, we should have gone to the Super Bowl and won it again, but we didn't. Some people would say it was bad play calling in that Rams game because Tom Brady came back, had that excellent come from behind almost victory, and then Todd Bowles kind of blew it, some people say. But, then last year we got the same team basically in Todd Bowles, and we stank it up. That was a horrible year. We backed into the playoffs. Todd Bowles gave Tom Brady his only losing season in a quarter of a century. Todd Bowles did that, and he did it on purpose, because he decided not to play anybody in the last game, none of our starters, because he wanted us to be fresh for that crappy playoff loss where we just got devastated. And it was our secondary that lost us that game against Dallas. It's hard to comprehend what's going on here. And then Todd Bowles, did y'all watch him after the press conference afterwards? It was like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. He was mad. He was more upset than I've ever seen him. And he flat out blamed the secondary. He was like, these guys have been, they just made fundamental errors on stuff we do that we don't, secondary 101 coverage stuff. He was kind of upset. I don't think he was upset as the fan base was. A game like this kills their locker room. I know. I heard that Devin White and Levante David dressed quickly and just stormed out. Levante David ended up getting a penalty at the end of the game. It wasn't at the end of the game. It was at the when we gave up that touchdown. And that they didn't say what it was. They didn't replay it. But come to find out, it was he took his helmet off and threw it on the ground. He was upset about that last touchdown. And I think he's probably done. I mean, he's been playing well this year, other than missing that tackle on Schultz. But yeah, this is a locker room killer. When you've got players that nobody can trust, especially back there in the secondary, the safeties and the cornerbacks, everybody just kind of feels like, well, why are we playing hard if they're just going to, let these guys run all over top of them? Yeah, Baker played pretty good. What's up, Clack? Yeah, I noticed that too, Tom. They tacked on 10 seconds and they didn't explain it. That's why I'm sitting there going, what happened? But we lost a timeout because I was looking at timeouts and we lost one, and I was like, Did we have to give a timeout for that or something? It was weird. Maybe we'll get an explanation. If we fix the pass rush, we fix the secondary. Starts up front, yeah. Yeah, you can't never go wrong with the pass rush. Clack, yeah. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, that 10-second, that mysterious 10 seconds that got put back on the clock. Yeah, if that wouldn't have got on there, they wouldn't have had that last 6 seconds that they had to score that touchdown. But if I coulda, shoulda, woulda, we got beat. It was C.J. Stroud was just throwing at us at will. We didn't stop a thing. I mean, we ended up going the first play of the game, wide open wide receiver, and it was endemic throughout the whole game. But 2 plays after that, the first play of the game, Levante David punches the ball out, which he's now the league leader, active forced fumble guy, I think. I think he's got close to 30. He's got like 28 or something. Nobody's got any more than that. It was picked up by Winfield, which I think he's got 3 fumble recoveries this year. David and Winfield are playing great this year, but a lot of good it's doing. So we got a turnover to start the game off, and then we only got 3 points out of it because we couldn't go anywhere. That was really weird. But, and so we end up, I think we broke even with the turnover battle in this game. Let me check real quick. I think it was 1-1. So interceptions, punting, fumbles. Cade Otton, yeah, he lost one. And then Schultz. Yeah, Schultz lost that one. So, yeah, it was 1-1. So, anyhow, I'm thinking, remember going into the season, Todd Bowles talked about we want turnovers and we want time of possession and we want to establish the run game. Those were the 3 big things we talked about. Well, we've won the turnover battle. We're tied for second in the league at +8. We won the turnover battle in every game we've lost except for the Detroit one. Or at least the past 4 games that we've lost. I think we tied up. We won and won this one, but we won the turnover battle against Atlanta. I think we won against the Bills. So and we won the time of possession in this game too. It was 31-28, I think, something of that nature. So, obviously that really doesn't matter a lot. Yeah, it was 31-28. Bucs had it for 31 minutes, 20 seconds. The Texans had it for 28 minutes, 14 seconds. So let's focus on winning the game and not these stats that, and of course you want turnovers, but turnovers ain't going to win you the game. You can still lose. Let's win the game. Let's do that. But we all agree. Let's put winning the game first. You can win the game without winning the turnover battle. It can happen. It happens to us. The Texans only punted 3 times in 12 possessions. 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. It's hard to deal with. What kind of defense is let them catch the ball and then tackle them? Yeah, that's that Mike Smith defense. He fumbled at 49 seconds. Is that Cade Otton? Oh. I can't believe we lost like that either, Jordan. Yeah, Joe, our cornerbacks play 10 yards off the ball constantly. We rarely play any form of press We're just not physical. I mean, they have no interceptions. They're probably really low down on the pass defense, too. But yet we're paying both of them, Dean and Davis, like top cornerback money. $15 million, something like that. I think $30 million between the two of them. I don't get it, man. And then, Dean gets hurt. I think it was a concussion. He hit his head. And he's gone for the game, but it didn't matter. You can't blame Dean being out for it because Dean got hurt on a touchdown that he gave up. I mean, it's just like, blah. How do we play such bad football on a team? Dean, Davis, Winfield, Levante David, Devin White, Vita Vea, Shaq Barrett. That's 7 of our 11 starters that have been with this team since 2019? They've been here basically since Todd Bowles. They know this system. Just those 7 right there should be enough to just dominate every game. Bowles keeps saying we can't play man because we don't have the players. What? You don't have the players to play man? Your cornerbacks can't play man coverage? Then they're bad cornerbacks. Oh, Bowles called a timeout there? Well, either way, it was bad clock management. He was more worried about keeping time on the clock than he was the timeouts. I don't know why he wanted to keep time on the clock. It's so weird. It's like, have you not seen your defense? You're getting torched. You do not want to give the ball back to these guys with any time on the clock. Oh, Wayne Baker was saying what the offense could have done. But the offense did great. Offense put up the most points they put up all year. 37 points. When your defense gives up 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, 39 points to a team that doesn't even have a kicker, it's the defense's problem. Clack had Dell in fantasy. Why would you do that, Clack? Is league using the penalties to help make the rookie and second-year quarterbacks look decent? Yeah. It's good question. Not letting Jason off the hook. Jason Lipe, Logan Hall, JTS, and the O-line picks are starting to show. And don't forget Ryan O'Neal. Yeah, I saw Shaq Barrett get some pressure, and I saw Cansey get some pressure. Other than that, I didn't see anybody getting pressure. I saw Vita make some good run stops. But we're just not getting it. Same thing happened last year, man. We just could not get pressure with our front four. Highest paid corners in the NFL. Highest paid tandem core. Okay. Yeah. Our offense finally starts rolling, and then the defense drops off badly. Yeah, it'd be nice to see an all-around game, right? Right? I mean, we just are not consistent in anything. The most consistent we are is on special teams. The Buccaneers are the official get-right game of the NFL. Ooh, that hurts. Both plays not to lose, yeah. Yeah, 100% defense fault. Yep. How many, let's look at the snap counts here. What do we got? Let's see how much Yaya played over JTS. Let's see. Dang, Yaya didn't get hardly any snaps. He got 17 snaps, 24%. Cansey got 59. He got 82%. He got more than Shaq did. See, this bothers me. That bothers me right there. Vita down around under 70%. Where is JTS? Oh, here's Tryon. Okay, Tryon got 48 snaps. He got 67%. Yaya only got 17 snaps. Okay, so Delaney got 48 snaps, so he got 67% of the snaps. I saw Delaney and Izzian. Yeah, here's Izzian. They were out there quite a bit. Ryan Neal only got 20 snaps. Oh, yeah. He's in the process of getting benched, ain't he? Mike Green got 9. O'Connor only got 2. Dang. So Levante David was out for a snap. Does anybody know what that was about? I don't remember that. McCullum got 86% and still played special teams. He's out there working. Frank G, I would go, my head coach candidate right now, if I had to say, is Schwartz. He's the defensive coach for, where is he at now? Cleveland, right? Yeah, I don't know why we blitzed so little either. I think we got burned in the first half blitzing. And so then he just decided to drop back everybody into coverage. I don't know. You're more upset today than yesterday, Tom? What's up, Lucas? Yeah, I don't know. That's weird why JTS gets so many snaps compared to. Well, let me see. He's getting 48. Barrett got 56, so he's not keeping up with Barrett. But I don't know. We're going to have to look on the All-22 and see if he was getting any pressure. You know, he hasn't played as bad this year, but he hasn't done anything the past few weeks. And again, not too many people have. Jim, what's going on? That game was hard on my liver. I know. I started, hitting the libations relatively early. And then probably about third quarter, I just stopped because I was just exhausted. Just ended up laying there watching the game. Normally I stand up. I couldn't even, I was just tired. I was just exhausted watching the game. I was just like, bleh. Yeah, Ryan Neal only playing 20 snaps didn't help us any. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Because you've effectively, with Ryan Neal playing 20 snaps, 28%. It's pretty close to being benched. But apparently he wasn't the problem. Like I said, there's more to it than Neal. He's just a symptom, I think. Oh, yeah. See, Tom, I like defensive coaches. But, yeah, we'll get an offensive coach. That's how we do. We always go from defensive coach to offensive coach to defensive coach to offensive coach, right? Then we go thinking about Tony Dungy to John Gruden. So that was defense to offense. John Gruden to Youngery. Now, then we went from Younger to Schiano, so that was defense to defense. Then we went from Schiano to Lovie Smith, so that was defense to defense to defense. Okay, and then we went from defense to offense with Cutter. Then we went from Cutter to Arians, right? So that was the offense. Okay, so I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. What's up, RDK? Molly Bay, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Molly Bay? Where'd you go? I lost your chat. Freshman quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks. Everybody, Molly Bay in the house. I thought you were making dinner, woman. Deer season starts in 12 days. Yeah, right. Get to go take your frustrations out, kill something. Sign Jack Brady on the futures deals. They were saying Stroud responds well to the blitz, so they changed it up. Well, what they did, Wayne, didn't work, right? We have to all agree. That was not a good game plan. Raheem Morris. Yeah, we got $72 million in dead cap. Yeah, Tom. I mean, I hate to say it. Todd Bowles got to go. I don't like being that guy, But he's just not it, man. There's no oomph with this team. You see some teams, they play with oomph. The Texans played with oomph yesterday. We got rolled over, man. We got beat up. So yeah, we're tied for second in the league with turnover differential. We won the turnover game against the Bills. We're in turnover games against the Falcons. Tied in turnovers against the Texans. So our 4-game losing streak, we've only lost a turnover battle once against the Lions. So I think we need to stop focusing on that and focus on winning games. Oh, by the way, that is Winfield's official YouTube channel. Go sign up for it. It is, I forgot to write down it's like Winfield Jr. 31 or something like that. But yeah, it's his official channel. Oh, and by the way, Young Hustler won the prediction with a 17-32 guess. Actual score was 37-39. So, Tom, you came in second. Or no, Rampage came in second. Who came in second? Rampage came in second. 2027. Tom, you said 2023. Where's Rampage at? Is he in there? Bucs ownership wants to get in the quarterback draft sweepstakes all of a sudden. I can't blame them. I tell you what, man. I know what they were doing yesterday. They were flipping through head coach and resumes. Don't worry about your doing. Make me a sandwich. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah. The past 4 weeks watching it all 22 it's been ugly football. And this is going to be devastatingly ugly. I know it. On defense, anyhow. We might have fun watching offense. Ralph's about to eat McDonald's. I know. Thrown at me. Publix. Oh, yeah. Gosh, now I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm not ready to give up on Jason Light just yet, Jordan. Just let. I don't like giving up on guys. I don't like calling for Todd Bowles to be canned, but I've seen enough, man. It's uninspiring football. I kind of liked him as a defensive coordinator, though I'm not going to lie. I watch a lot of All-22, and I watch his stuff, and most of the time I'm just like, what in the world's going on here? I have no idea. It's just like, what is this mess? And some of the play calls he does in certain situations, I want to say it's not very good. So I'm just over the dude, man. Just over it. And it'd be different, I think, if he would come out and talk about what's going on and have explanations. But it's always, well, we just got to play better and we got to coach better, And he gets snippy with people, like we don't spend our time and energy and resources on this team, and he doesn't have the. He feels like he doesn't owe us explanations, I think he owes a lot of explanations, especially that garbage there. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, we're a reactionary team. Yeah, we don't attack. It seems like we're more of a defense-minded, defense coach. There we go. Oh, Dave killed us with trying to force the run the ball all third quarter. Huh. That's interesting. Well, I'll look at that on All-22. .37% chance that this will break the losing streak. Ralph must eat the official sub of the Buccaneers, the pub sub. Eating the pub sub will break the hex. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. Tomorrow. Molly, you still on here? Tomorrow, Molly, we're going to eat at Publix. We got to break this streak. Black Crow, what's going on? Bowles really has no answer. That's why he has these crappy press conferences, because he doesn't even know. They're asking him, can you tell us what happened here? And he's like, I don't know. We need to play better and coach better. I don't know. They let all the depth guys at defensive back go. SMB, Edwards, Whitehead. And then had no replacement. Good point. Publix date, yes. Yeah, Molly. Let's do it. Hold me to that. We're going to do it tomorrow. We've got to break this streak. Everybody says that's the thing. That's the key. Oh, Clack says got to keep Bowles another year. I can't say I'm proud of that answer. Fire this coach now. Man. The Glazers have never fired a coach mid-season. I don't think they will. And we got to, as devastating as this has been, and this game was devastating, it was just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed to be a Bucs fan. And as devastating as losing these 4 games in a row has been, and they've been bad losses, we're playing like crap. We look bad out there. It's still a long season. What are we, halfway through? It's week 9? Yeah. So, and we're in a garbage division. Our competition right now is the Saints. They're up a game and a half on us or something like that. And, we are, be easy to catch up with them. And if we tie with them, we got a tiebreaker right now. Anyhow, my point being, and we've got winnable games coming up and all that good stuff. My point being is that we can turn this around. There's hope. We're not shut out of anything just yet, and that's what stinks. You never know. I mean, we could turn this around. We could just win from here on out. We could do it. Yeah, after the season. Yeah, they probably will. I guarantee you they've got, the Glazers, man, they've got some secret stuff already set up. Oh, man. Yeah, that Mike Evans push off. He does that every play, though, man. Anytime Mike Evans caught the ball, it's because he's pushed the quarterback away from him. That's his deal. That's what he does. Yeah, SMB, I wasn't too upset about us losing him, but I am now looking back on it. Although Delaney usually plays pretty good. I'm going to see on all 22 how he did. That one play, the big, long 75-yard touchdown, it was like a 25-yard catch, and then he ran it down the sideline for another 50 yards. Neal came across, but he got blocked up by a bunch of our guys and receivers. He didn't have good coverage on the guy to begin with, but he just really got a bunch of people in his way. And then right there at the end, I'm not sure who it was, the cornerback that was on the ground, and Neal just really couldn't get a good tackle on that wide receiver. But he should have taken a better angle. And then Davis came across field, went to tackle him, get stiff-armed, and in for a touchdown. That's just bad football. That's just bad football. We got a bunch of guys out there playing bad football. But can I put fried chicken on a sub? Molly. Yeah, Wayne, there's always that possibility that we regroup. These Mondays are always hard, and usually when you go back and you look at the games, especially on the All-22, you see a totally different game. But I think, the past 4 games, or the past 3 games, we played really bad football. We've seen it on the All-22. It's been ugly. It's been hard to watch. And I think this was going to be really bad, defensively anyhow. Don't know on the offense. We might enjoy the offense, All-22. But it's going to be hard to watch, man. And I don't know if our team can recover from this. I think they might have lost all faith in this coach. And each other. Keyshawn Vaughn, 24 carries, 48 yards. He had 24 carries in this game? Or is that just all around? Yeah, he had 4 carries in this game, but 9 yards. Yeah. But that's on the year. 24 carries, 48 yards. Yeah, I don't understand why he's one on the team, too. He didn't show up for training camp that one day because he was pissy he wasn't the second stringer or whatever. And I don't know what happened. I mean, did he get punished? Was there any discipline whatsoever? I don't like that. SMB is doing well for the Titans. Great. He can come to our house and beat us up, huh? Just like Dare Ogunbowale did. Texans had fans playing safety, and we still couldn't do anything. Huh. Yeah. Chicken tender sub from Public is great. Okay, so what's the best Public sub? What's the Public sub I need to try? Everybody tell me what your favorite Public sub is. We got Clack is saying chicken tender. Yeah, I agree with you, Al. Let's go for that. Let's go for a franchise quarterback, man. Let's tank it up. Yeah, Todd and Jason's jobs are on the line, but maybe the players will tank for him. Oh, okay. Was that Vaughn that fell over? I thought it was Chase Edmonds fell over. Didn't he? Yeah. It was just like out of nowhere, it just fell over. I was like, what? Oh, no, we can't lose to the Panthers, Joe. We can't do it. We can't do it. Italian sub. Okay. We've got chicken tender and we've got Italian. Al, what do you say about the public sub? Yeah, Lucas, if I felt like they were tanking the rest of the season, I would be happy. But, because we didn't make any trades during free agency, I feel like they were going, we're going for another banner. We want that NFC South title, third in a row. So that just makes these losses really hurt because I feel like they're going for it and we're stinking up like this. I'd much rather know that we're tanking or, at least feel like that's what we're doing. I feel like we're going in every game trying to win it and we're putting up this crap. That's bad. I don't know who it was, Wayne, whether it was Vaughn or Chase Edmonds. But yeah, it was Italian sub. Okay. It was just bad. He was just running and just fell down. In the backfield too, wasn't it? I mean, it didn't look like he made a cut or anything. He just fell. Lucas. Oh, man. That's sad. That is sad. But, I mean, we got talent. We've got talent. Clack doesn't see us winning a division. I hear you, brother, man. I tell you, it's hard, man. It's hard to stomach that. It's hard to stomach that. I mean, because Atlanta's not good. The Saints aren't good. Carolina is just pure garbage. The Panthers beat the Texans last week. The Panthers beat the Texans. And then the Texans come in and scorch us. How? I mean, are we at that level? One thing I've noticed is speaking of Baker Mayfield, which we weren't, but I'm going to bring him up. I always see him on the sideline sitting there pouting and nobody talking to him. I don't know. And I noticed this also in this game. He ran for a first down and nobody congratulated him. I think it was later in the game. It might have been on that last touchdown drive. I can't remember. But yeah, it was on that last touchdown drive. He scrambled for a first down and nobody congratulated him. They actually ran over and took the ball out of his hand because they were like, for some reason, rushing against the clock. That didn't make any sense to me. But nobody was like, good job or patting him on the butt or nothing, And, it makes you wonder, does anybody like him on this team? Is this team like a cohesive unit? Are they all just playing to collect paychecks? That's how I feel. Cardinals are 1-8, so tank harder. It's hard to believe they're going to get rid of their quarterback after giving him such a huge contract. So if we lose to the 49ers and Jaguars, we'll have to win 6 of the other 7 games just to get to 9-8. I never understood why the Cardinals picked that quarterback. He's not good. Italian sub, all right. That's the deal. Molly, you still in chat? Remind me to get the Italian sub tomorrow. Big Bay. Yeah. He was running around in the back there. He should have been sacked, but he was able to run it and get that first down. And I think it was on a third. Anyhow, it was a big deal. And nobody congratulated him. It was strange to me. But like I said, I always see him on the sideline, and he's sitting down, and he's sitting by himself, and he's got this mopey look on his face all the time. You know, I never see him hanging out with like the second string quarterbacks, which you see that usually with quarterbacks, they all hang out with each other. I've seen coaches over there talking with him. It kind of looks almost like they're trying to cheer him up most of the time because he does look very sad. But, it just makes you wonder if your leader is like that, if he hasn't given up or if he just isn't a personable guy or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think every team's looking forward to seeing us right now, Jeff. Yeah, personally, Baker Mayfield's really kind of grown on me. I like him. I don't think he is the franchise quarterback, but he definitely he plays to win. He's got that oomph. I just wish he could pass it on to everybody else. And I just wonder how much the team sees him as a leader, Just so sad. Just, we had this. I wasn't confident about this game, but it was definitely winnable. But it's like with the Atlanta Falcons game. I said if we lose that game, there's something seriously wrong with this team. And sure enough, we lost that game, and it's like there's something seriously wrong with this team. They might be playing. They might not like Todd Bowles. They're playing to get rid of it. Don't know. There's something. There's something there. I don't think it's a lack of skill. I really don't. I think we got some good players on our team. Like I said, the 7 starters I named off on defense, those guys were in the Super Bowl. And they kept Patrick Mahomes in check. It didn't score a touchdown. I mean, it was just like, we know these guys got talent. So why can't they do it now? I'm trying to display in chat messages. On this screen. It's like work, man. There we go. How about that? Bam! Ralph, you're so good. We haven't won since the bye. Molly, come on. Stop with all your doom and gloom. Oh, man. 3-1 in the first 4 games and 0-4 in the second 4 games. What happened? Here's the way I saw it. Just trying to look at it objectively. We lost that Philadelphia game. And from my perspective, it was a coaching loss. Both sides of the ball. Coach has lost that. It's not a very good Good play, good call. Good call the game, coaching-wise. And then Detroit, we just played bad. And then we just played bad against Atlanta. And then we're just playing bad, and we're not in sync. And I feel like we got guys on the team, Devin White, who is just collecting a paycheck. And we got other guys who don't fit the system. We got guys that don't believe in the system. We've got a little bit of everything, and they're not being brought together. We don't have a cohesive, like you need to have, and that's the head coach's job. I feel like that's his number one job. I don't like head coaches that call plays, whether it be offense or defense, because I don't think that's your job. I think that you're a people manager, and you do the people stuff. And Todd Bowles is just not good at that. And I think this team is just, they're fraying everywhere, on the edges, in the middle, and the seams. And you got, do we even have any leaders on our team? I don't know. I mean, is Baker Mayfield a leader? I don't know. I don't feel like Devin White is. I've never felt that way with him. Levante David is not. Winfield, I don't think he is. Shaq Barrett isn't. I don't feel like Vita Vea is. We need a JPP. A guy that holds everybody accountable, that will get up in your face if you mess up. A guy that will fight you. And we don't have any of those on the team. Ryan Jensen's not, a starter on the offense. He was the leader in that. He would fight you. JPP would fight you. Ndamukong Suh would fight you. I don't see any of those guys on this team. Everybody's just doing their own thing, And Todd Bowles isn't getting them together. That's how I feel. That's what I see. I don't know. That loss against Atlanta really hurt. I think that was kind of our down. The Detroit one we were in and we lost. We should never have lost to Atlanta. Never. No way, no how. And I think the team might have lost confidence in the defensive coach. What's up, Kate? Wow. So C.J. Stroud's numbers versus Carolina was 16 of 24, 140 yards. And then he comes in who lights us up for 475 touchdowns? Yes. You're right. That is shameful. Yeah, I was grumpy yesterday. I was like kicking puppy grumpy. I did too, Kate. I didn't even watch the 8 o'clock game. I went to bed at, 9:30? I never do that, ever. Yeah, Clack. I definitely could see us losing. At this point, I can see us losing against anybody. Okay, yeah, I'm going to check that out, Tom. Yeah, I've been meaning to look into it because it was just a weird thing, and I saw they put on 10 seconds, and I turned to Molly. I said, they just added 10 seconds to the clock. And then I noticed that we were out of timeout, so I just thought it was like a thing. So I'm going to have to look into that. Good luck, Tom, with your Mountaineers. Bowles is like Dungy, and Arians is like Gruden. Yeah, very much. Yeah, Al, it's going to be interesting to look at this all 22 to see. I mean, to me, it looked like we just left plenty of space for C.J. Stroud to just throw it right in our creases in our zone, like all day. It's kind of like how Detroit did to us, catching us in our transitions. Take it easy, Tom. Oh, I know, Kate. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't beat the Titans. There's no reason why we should have lost to the Falcons or the Bills. Definitely the Texans. The Falcons, of all of them, Falcons were the ones that we should have just curb stomped. Okay, so we called the timeout. And so the clock should have stayed at 39 seconds. All right, I'm definitely going to have to check all that out. Oh, that rookie starting for the Titans. Yeah, Wayne, that was embarrassing. He could not throw. He got the ball with 40 seconds left, 46 seconds left, and he had to go all the way down the field and did it easily. I mean, it was embarrassing that, that we just get carved up like that. It's always something. It's always something, man. Brian Flores for head coach. You reckon he's good head coach? Oh, that's right. He coached at Miami, at the Dolphins. He did all right there, right? If we didn't call timeout, the clock would have been still moving at the 37-second mark. Okay, so we called the timeout there? I can't remember. He was really bad in Miami? Okay. Yeah, let's start going through head coaching candidates. I'm not a big fan of college coaches coming up. I want to get an NFL coach. Oh, you know who I liked was he's back at college now, though. I do like Schwartz, though. I thought he was a good coach at Denver or at Detroit, and he's been a great defensive coach everywhere he's gone. Cliff Kingsbury. I wouldn't mind getting him, but he went somewhere. I think he went back to college. I liked him. I thought he did some interesting stuff at Arizona. Unique. Ralph for head coach. Yeah, do we want a defensive coach or an offensive coach? He's in Thailand still. He went. I don't know if he was really bad, but I just like some of the stuff he did. He was kind of innovative. That link you sent, Al, is that going to take me to? Okay. So, okay, we've got. Okay, that's one. All right, yeah, so we have one timeout there. They got this game. Oh, it's not highlights. I thought they put the game up as like the game of the week. I was like, no, I don't want that to be game of the week. Yeah, so we got one timeout going in. And then the very next play, we have no timeout. And they added time to the clock. Yeah. I didn't see us. Did we? We didn't call a timeout, did we? I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research into that one. Kirby Smart. Why can't we get him? We can do anything. We can get Harbaugh from Michigan State or Michigan. We might have to deal with a suspension for a year or so. Oh man, who's playing tonight? We've got, is it the Jets? Yeah. Trying to remember who is playing tonight. Anybody? Y'all will probably bring it up before I can look it up. Yeah, Chargers and the Jets. That'll probably be a pretty good game. Jets are a good team. They've been a good team for a few years now. They just got to get their quarterback situation right. Chargers, though. Don't know. I don't think it's going to be the same Charger team next year. Definitely not the same coach. I think they've about had it up to here with that coach. Him and his going for it on fourth downs all the time. It's all fine and dandy on paper until you start doing it and not getting it. Everybody peacing out. We've got it all out of our system now. The ranting. Yeah, it was so weird though. At the end of the game, I heard him say Levante David got a penalty, 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, but they didn't show it or even say what it was. I had to find out later that he had taken his helmet off and thrown it. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what happened with Carlton Davis. because it just seemed like, I mean, he got scored on by a tight end. I mean, you're a cornerback. You are not supposed to let a tight end beat you in coverage. And Davis wasn't even close. And he covered him. I mean, that was his man. And he ended up 2 yards behind him. You know, and then the last touchdown Tank Dell got, the game winner. It's like Davis was just not in good position. And Todd Bowles was, you have to read between the lines, but he was very upset with Davis. The field goal we got at the beginning of the game was the first time we had the lead in a game in over 4 games, right? It had been since October. The week before, the Texans, when they played the Panthers, they only had 1 play over 20 yards. Against us, they had 9 plays that were over 20 yards. We only had 4 plays over 20 yards. They had 9 plays that were over 20 yards. One of them was for 75 yards. Touchdown. It's going to be interesting to see. It didn't look like it did with Detroit. They were very good at catching us in our transitions on defense, you know, our pre and post snap transition. Detroit was very good at catching us in those. I didn't see that with the Texans, but I didn't look really super hard. It just didn't stand out to me. To me, it looked like they were just catching us in the soft spots in the zones just constantly. Boom, boom, boom. And all the underneath stuff. It was just like all day long because we were playing such soft zone. But I'm going to look and see if they were getting us in transitions, because that might be something that smart coaches will look at to do with us, because we do a lot of transition. Rachaad White did pretty good. I like that 33-yard catch and run he had. Rachaad White looks like he's out there playing with a purpose. I wish he would have been more like that to start the season. Oh, there was did y'all notice it in the second quarter? The Rachaad White took like a hit to the head, or he tucked in, and it was one of our old cornerbacks. It tackled him, but anyhow, YouTube is telling me my video's not. Okay, now the connection's back. That's just weird. There we go. Now I've got like a gazillion chat messages. I don't know what happened there. Okay, yeah. I'm just over here talking. I was like, no, nobody's chatting. And then I go to the YouTube panel and it's saying that my connection was weak. And then it just connected. And then all of a sudden I got all these chat messages. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So Rachaad White tucks his head, makes contact. He looked a little woozy. Wirfs runs over there and like picks him up and like puts his arm around him and is like talking to him, like checking to see if he was okay. And I was thinking, is Wirfs going to call for White to get taken out of the game because of that headshot? He didn't. But I noticed that with Wirfs throughout the game, he kept going over to people and seeing if they were okay. So I wonder if Wirfs is like the injury police, you know, the hall monitor, the injury hall monitor. Oh, did Kingsbury coach Mayfield in college? That'd be awesome. Tampa guy, what's up? It's funny if Bill Belichick came here. Louis Honorama, the Bengals defensive coordinator. Yeah, there you go. Bengals got a good defense. I like them. Their secondary especially. We could use that. Huh. Lou Anarumo. Jets Chargers unwatchable. Molly's a Harbaugh stan. Oh my gosh. Al loses one by 1 point. We could have beat their receivers in man. Yes. SMB is still with the Titans. Pretty sure. MJ Stewart, yes, MJ Stewart. That's it. You wish worse. Check Carlton Davis. Oh my goodness. But I do see that with this team. I see guys playing like they're scared to get injured. They're not coming in hard on the tackles. They're not jumping on the piles. They're not gang tackling enough. They're quick to go down on offense. If they get hurt or get touched. It might be a thing. Injuries on the brain. How do we lose to a team that didn't have a kicker? That's like playing fantasy football to a guy that doesn't set his team, and you lose. That's what yesterday felt like. You lose to a guy that doesn't even set his team. Yeah, it was the third quarter. Their first series in the third quarter is Texans hit that 75-yard touchdown pass. And it seemed like after that, it was just like they were on. And then Schultz had that huge catch and run where David missed the tackle, and then he just plowed right over Devin White. And then the play right after that was a huge bomb to Tank Dell for his first touchdown. That one was also on Carlton Davis. And then we got that great kick return on the kickoff for that. It was called back for holding. So instead of having it like on the 43, we ended up with it on the 10. And then we threw two short passes. One of them was a screen pass. They got nowhere. And then on third down, Baker Mayfield was sacked on 3rd and 11. So the whole third quarter was just a complete crap show for the Buccaneers. Yeah, and the Texans went for it on 4th and goal, 14-11 in the fourth quarter, and Schultz on Carlton Davis. So Carlton Davis gave up 3 touchdowns. But then that was a nice 55-yard catch by Mike Evans. That should have been a touchdown. It looked like he was like juggling the ball. So he didn't really have possession of it until he hit the ground, and then he went into the end zone. So that guy did touch him, but he didn't have possession of the ball at that time. So technically, either way, it didn't matter to me. I had Mike Evans and Rachaad White. Rachaad White ended up running it in, right? So I got a touchdown on it in fantasy football either way. Roger, what's going on, brother? Ryan, CD, and Jamal need to ride the pine. Yeah, we've all, I think, came to that same conclusion too. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clone Winfield and replace all of them with Winfield. Cody Mock got them plagues, pencil legs. Zion played good at the beginning of the year, right? Yeah, Joe. We are the team that we like to help everybody. Okay, the ref explains it on that link. All right, let me check it out. Did they explain it during the game? All right, after the review, the ruling is in the last 10 minutes of the game. Remember, it's going too fast. I'm trying to read the closed caption. Y'all can't hear that, right? I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, I'm good. Will be returned to the spot of the fumble. All right, here we go. The ruling is, in the last 10 minutes of the game, remember the offense cannot move a fumble forward. The ball will be returned to the spot of the fumble. It will be 1st and 10. Tampa Bay elected to take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. Okay, so they did explain it. Okay. I must have been cussing at the time. Okay, so they traded a timeout for the 10 seconds. Should have been a 10-second runoff. Why would he do that? I mean, we got 37 seconds left, and we're in field goal range with 37 seconds left. If you can't get it in the end zone, kick a dang field goal with no timeout left. Right? I mean, that's because your defense couldn't stop them. You know that. You saw that. Don't give them the ball back. Oh, that's awesome, Kate. I did not know that. Kingsbury was a coach at Texas Tech. Huh. Roger said Ty can ride the pine too. And all those other three can all sit on his lap and hug each other. That's hilarious. Yeah, Kate, I hate to be that person that, I mean, when me and Molly started this podcast, it was one of the things we wanted to do was be positive because we were just so tired of hearing all people complain about, fire this coach or get rid of this player and all that. So we wanted to be positive. But I'm over Todd Bowles. It's over it. It's ugly football. It's boring football. And we ain't winning. Molly coming in, asking, we have been talking about this, like this whole live stream. Texas scored the final touchdown with less than 5 seconds. Should have taken a penalty less time for Texas. Right, yeah, right. That's what I thought, Roger. You just don't want. I mean, they were just dicing our defense up. Why would you give them the ball back with time on the clock? Okay, you feel more confident about Baker? I just don't know how his leadership is going over there. I don't see any leadership. Not just from Baker, but anywhere on this team. I don't see anybody standing up and going, this ends now. Okay, the 10 seconds was the time between the fumble and the time Mike recovered it. Since the ball can't be advanced, then those 10 seconds shouldn't have ran off. So why did they take a timeout? There should have been a 10-second runoff for the advancing the balls, what the official said, right? We should play the Texans 1-minute offense the whole game. You let that baby eat that cat food. It's good. It's good for him. Builds character. Yeah, I'm the same way, Roger. I didn't really care much for Baker when we signed him, and then I watched all 22 during the offseason. I was like, yeah, this guy ain't going to be. He's not going to be that good. It's just going to be another Jameis Winston, is what I saw. And then he started playing good. He was playing controlled, patient, good decision football. And then the last 3 weeks, he's been panicking, but he seemed to do better yesterday. I mean, he's grown on me. Let me put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard when the problem's the coach. Yeah, he led that final drive and got that first down, and nobody congratulated him. Baker Mayfield. That was so weird to me. And you at least get an attaboy usually by somebody. Okay, if Todd didn't take the timeout, the clock would have still been live. 39 seconds is not much time to score. Well, my whole thing was just don't give them the ball with time on the clock. We were in field goal range. So we were going to tie the game up. If worst comes to worst, do that. Kick it with no time left on the clock. That's how I felt. And Molly turned to me and she said, like immediately as soon as we scored a touchdown, she was like, we left too much time on the clock. She was right. Molly for head coach. How about that? Someone needs to fight Todd Bowles. That's hilarious. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, definitely. Defense lost that game for us. Well, we were going to score. We were going to score a field goal anyhow, so it was going to tie the game up. So we could have gone into overtime. We know that. We could have taken it into overtime. My thing was we shouldn't have left any time on the clock, no matter what. Molly on the side, not calling timeouts. Oh, that's funny. Could you see her over there with a baby yelling at the refs? She goes to throw the red flag, the review flag, and she ends up throwing the baby by accident. She gets her hands confused. If we have anyone to lead this team through a transition, it's Baker. I like Baker. I'm really sad that Canales has gotten skittish with using Baker the way he needs to be used. Yeah, right. Yeah, you want to try to make a touchdown, try to win the game, but if you can't do it with, 3 seconds left, kick a field goal. We scored 37 and lost. I know, right? How's that happen? Most points we've scored by far this year, and we lose. It's just a weird game, man. It was a weird, weird game. But we're playing weird football. We're playing bad football. And then you get a game where the offense comes alive, rip 37 points off, and the defense totally collapses. Baker threw for 265 yards. Yeah, we have some pretty good field position on a lot of those. Yeah, Baker Mayfield's definitely not, he's not elite. I think somebody was saying the other day they thought he was like 20th in the league. I was like, well, I don't think he's that bad, is he? And the whole stopping the run, our defense did pretty good job stopping the run, but what good does that do if you can't stop the pass? 470 yards, good, 5 touchdowns. Come on. This is embarrassing. So we had 21 total first downs. Let's look at these stats. 21 total first downs. They had 26. 22 of them were by passing. Good grief. Third down efficiency wasn't all that great. But I know they hit some big third downs on us, 3rd and longs. 3 for 11. 4th down efficiency, both of us were at 100%. They got 1 of 1, we got 2 of 2. Total net yards, 332 to 496. So we had 63 offensive plays, so they're 62. They had 8 yards per play. We had 5.3 yards. Ugh. Man. But hey, our rushing was better. Carlton Davis has got arthritis in his giddy up. Oh, man. He hasn't had an interception in almost 2 years, right? A year and a half. That was you that said that, Al? He's about 20th. Really? I don't know. Let me see. Let me go through the list of quarterbacks here. Where would I look that up? It's where a place I can see a list of quarterbacks. Boo. Okay, we know Patrick Mahomes, Tua. All right, he's better than Sam Howell. Derek Carr? Derek Carr's better than him? Yeah, probably. I don't know. They're probably about the same. I would have said Derek Carr was better than him to start the year off. What about Dak Prescott? Now, Dak Prescott better than Baker Mayfield? Yeah, looking at this list, you're probably right. There ain't too many I'm coming across where I'm like, Baker's better than him. He's better than Kenny Pickett, Gardner Minshew, Russell Wilson. He's better than Ritter. I think he's better than Ritter. He's better than Jordan Love, who I think is absolutely garbage. I think he's right around Geno Smith at level. He's better than Mac Jones. I don't think Mac Jones is good. But yeah, so other than that, you got he's not better than Burrow. He's not better than Lawrence, Herbert, Jackson, Purdy, Stafford, Goff, Stroud, Kirk Cousins, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or Tua. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. It's down there at the 20th. I know, Kate. It's so annoying. As I was talking about earlier about our turnover ratio. We're tied for second in the league. That's what Todd Bowles wanted. Turnover ratio and the time of possession. We're winning that. It's kind of like winning the off season. We're winning free agency. I don't care. I want to win in the win column. Oh, I don't think Sam Howell's that good of a quarterback. I don't care about fantasy football. I don't think he's a good quarterback. Dak? I didn't think you'd say Dak was better than Baker. Yeah, Geno. I think Geno and Baker are about the same level, I think. Yeah. Roger. Roger likes Dak about as much as you do, Al. So who do we think is going to win tonight? The Jets or the Chargers? That's a tough one, actually. I'm going to go with the Jets, though. Chargers just seem to have a way of shooting themselves in the foot. I don't think Staley's going to be the coach much longer. It's not like Herbert. I call him Sherbert. I like Sherbert. Their defense is just bad. Their secondary especially. Chargers going to Charger, I know. What's up, David? Man, you keep coming in late, man. We're going to be wrapping up here in about 15 minutes. Chris Godwin, 2 for 16 yards. That's all he got? My goodness. I didn't even look at that. Where are those stats at? Oh, here we go. You are absolutely correct. 2 for 16 yards. Good grief. Hey, Trey Palmer had 51 yards. That's the most he's had all year, I think. Yeah, look at that. 2 for 16. Dang. Cade Otton, 70 yards. 6 for 6. He led the league in reception, or the team in receptions. I don't know if you're doing something right when you're tight end and your running back are two of your top receivers. When you've got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I think there might be an issue there. Roger wants to play the last game against Schools for the Blind. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I don't know. Al, just from what I've seen from Sam Howell, and granted, I haven't really paid much attention. I didn't think he was all that great. Dave was hustling. The offense took some of the defense's mojo, David. That's what happened. No, I did not see that stat. Rashad had over half of our 200-ish yards. My goodness. Let's see. It should break it down here. We got first half summary, second half. Where'd it go? Quarter. Where's the second half summary? It's nothing like watching people scroll, isn't it? I got first half summary, but no second half summary. That's weird. I believe you, though. All of our defense's mojo. We drained the defense's mojo. Yeah, we did not have a very good third quarter. I don't know why the second half summary is gone here. Huh. Okay, here's Al's list. It goes Tua, Josh, Lamar, Burrow, Lawrence, CJ, Mahomes. You got Mahomes at 7th. Is this your list or? Or are you looking at fantasy stats? This wasn't Hurts, Dak, Goff, Kirk, Carr, Brock, Stafford, Kyler, Geno, Baker. You saying Kyler Murray? Yeah. All right, Roger. Have a good one, brother. Tomorrow we're going to start all 22. See if we can make it through this mess. I know, David. It was just like a total collapse, man. That's why I don't think you agree with me on this, but I'm just over this coach. You know, this is a complete failure, man. I think he's a horrible quarterback. Kyler Murray. That's just my thoughts on the matter. A lot of it has to do with his leadership, too. I think he's not a very good person. He's not a good leader. Stats-wise, he might be all right, though. Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand Kyler Murray. I agree with you there. He just rubs me the wrong way. Statistically, he is quite good. Yeah, David. Well, I hope you're right. I hope he can turn it around. Hope he takes us to the promised land. I'm just done with it. I'm tired of him. He's boring. The games are boring. We have games like this happen all the time consistently, it seems like. Now we've lost, and this was one of those games we needed to win, We needed to win this game. I mean, it wasn't like a sudden death game, but it was pretty close. We're trying to get the division title, and this was a winnable game, and you're going up against rookie quarterbacks and coaches and offensive coordinators, and they didn't have a kicker. And you really should, just for team morale, you should have won this game. But we just didn't, I don't know, man. To get sliced up like that. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that, David. If our defense does not make improvements. Well, he did. I noticed that Delaney was out there a lot. We looked at the snap counts, and Delaney had more snaps than Dean did. And somebody said that Delaney was in for third downs. So he's probably in for like passing situations. And so, at least Bowles is seeing that, So, like I said, Ryan Neal is not the reason why we're losing. He's a part of it. But there's more to it than just him. Yeah, when was the last time we played Tennessee? A while back. I don't know if we've ever played against DeAndre Hopkins, have we? He's a beast. Delaney got beat too. Yeah, it's going to be interesting looking on this All-22, how exactly they sliced us up like that. I mean, it just looked like it was basic stuff, just sitting in the zones, the creases, and the soft spots. Four years ago. That seems about right. Yeah. Barrett did okay, I think. Again, we got to see the All-22. I saw him getting some pressure, and then he got that strip sack late in the game that they ended up recovering the fumble. But I didn't really notice Tryon, so I have to keep an eye on that. I thought Levante played pretty good. He missed that one tackle. But yeah, other than that. And I saw Cansey. Cansey was making he was getting a little bit of penetration, but not enough. Not consistently. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. I'm anxious to see it. 2019 with Jameis. You know, we've never beat Houston at Houston. This is going all the way back to the, I think it was like our first year. It might have been our first game when they were the Houston Oilers. I heard somebody had tweeted that out. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, Levante had that. He punched that ball out for the fumble to start the game. And then I saw Kinsey chasing C.J. Stroud a couple times where, you know, you can see he got some penetration. But he had quite a few snaps. Oh, dang it. Did I close that? Let me see. If looking at the snap count with Kancey, let me see. Yeah, he got 59 snaps. He should have had much more pressure than I saw him get. Good grief! And they passed a lot. How many passes did they throw? To get 470 yards, you got to throw a lot of passes, I would imagine. So he attempted 42 passes. And how many? Is the rushing? It's 17 rushes. Yeah, really lopsided. So we had 31 rushes and 30 passes. Well, we're keeping balanced. That's what matters, right? Keep balance, win the turnover battle, and the time of possession. Okay. So he had 59 snaps on 40 passes and 17 runs. He should have had a lot more pressure than that. You could probably say that with Barrett, too. Vita, I saw him stuff the run a couple times. I don't recall seeing him get any pressure, though. 11 yards per play. I think it was. Total, I think it was 8.3, but just passing, 15.7. Stroud had a 147.8 passer rating. What did he get? Was that like 5-8 away from perfect? What was he not perfect in? What do you have to do to get a perfect passer rating? If 470 yards, 0 interceptions, and 5 touchdowns is not a perfect passer rating, what is? Forgot what we were looking at. Oh, snap counts. Man. All right, we're going to have to wrap it up here in a second. Game's getting ready. Come on. Not sure about that, David. I'm seeing if I can pull up his snap counts. Man, are you serious? Man, I don't even see any snaps for him. So I'm going to have to say no. I don't recall seeing him. And I can't find any stats on his snaps, so probably not. Al says, just knows the NFL's box score doesn't show yards per attempt. ESPN's box score shows yards per attempt. CJ had 11.2 yards per attempt. That's absolutely horrible. Higher percentage. Yeah, he was completing at like 70-some percent, right? Yeah, David, right now, I'm up for anything. We could sign fans off the streets to play. I'd be good with it. We got to try something different, right? Man. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. We are going to watch the All-22 tomorrow. We're going to start that arduous journey, although I think it'll be interesting. I think we're going to see some good stuff on offense and probably some comical stuff on defense. But I appreciate you guys coming and doing my therapy session with us. And tomorrow, if you can, be here. David, hope to see you here. Al, of course. And Kate, all y'all. Let's try and get here. Get this All-22 knocked out so we can start watching the 22 for the Tennessee Titans. And just talk some football and complain about our Buccaneers. Anyhow, guys, I got to get out of here. Till next time, go Bucs.